I came first time in 2016 for the workshop because I didn't study animation, I didn't study in any art school, so I was looking for workshops that I can learn something. And I found Primanima, I came here, and since 2016 I think I'm coming every year. At the beginning, like many years, just for workshops. Last year I have been here with my movie, and this year I'm in the jury of the Young Director competition. My idea for this lecture, that will happen very soon, is that I would just talk about my experience in the industry, and I know that there is a lot of young Hungarian people coming to listen to this lecture, so I try to design it in the way that they can get some useful information for them. So possible co-productions, what studios do we have, what events do we have, what are the people that they can collaborate with, because we have a great puppet makers, we have a great scenographers, sound designers, or DOPs, directors of photography. So it will be just my personal experience in the industry that I would like to share. This is a good question. I think co-productions for sure. Like this is one of the solutions. That's still like puppet animation movies that are one of the most expensive movies in the industry. It costs a lot of money to do this, and you need some logistic behind it, some backup. Like like for example puppet makers and people who know how to do it. Like some studios who have this experience. So I think co-productions might be a solution that you can like develop part of the project in Hungary and then co-produce with other Eastern European countries. For sure, I have been here on the workshop with Peter Watts and Joseph Wallace in 2017. I think it was taking place here, and we are building puppets and then shooting a little bit, so I think for sure it has a potential. And you have also directors who have experience in puppet animation, so I think it's still possible to do the projects here, but I don't know how it is exactly in Hungary, what is the situation and what are the challenges. We have several cases. Yes, we have like a Polish film fund. And this is actually very useful information because so far it was not possible to make a co-production in Poland when Polish side was a minor co-producer. But since this year, now they change it in the Polish Film Fund. This is opening a lot of doors of cooperation. For example, in Hungary, if you want, like, I don't know, to have puppets from Poland or to make post-production in Poland or anything like this, now there is a chance to do this. The Polish studios can apply for the Polish Film Fund. And usually it works like this. We have this national film fund and they are giving money for projects. Also, we have a local funds. Like, for example, my film was financed by Łódź Film Commission. It was a great support. And also we have, like, this is really interesting case, in the north of Poland, on the seaside, in Gdynia, I think, or in Sopot, we have the Trefle. And Trefle is a private company. They are producing toys, but they also, since years, they are producing their own TV series. It's called Trefliki. And we have, like, for example, in Wrocław, there is Wytwórnia Filmów Fabularnych right now, so it's a factory of the, oh la la, it's hard to translate. But there is a studio, it's a state studio, and they are giving awards on Animarkt Stop Motion Forum. You can pitch your project there, and one of the main awards there is money from this studio or this institution. It's also a state institution, and then you can, part of your movie that you are doing can be made in this studio. This event is dedicated only for puppet animation, stop motion animation, and you can pitch your project, short movie, series, or a full-length movie. It's a very nice event because you can connect with people, but also you can win these awards, and some of them are super useful. I made a master in economics, then master in Ethiopian studies, so yeah, and then I started to make PhD in economics, and then I started to do animation. Actually, it's interesting because I was doing it simultaneously in two different cities. In Poland, you can study, we call it daily, so you are going from the morning to afternoon, or you can study during evenings, so then you have a job. But I was studying economics and African studies in two different cities daily. So I had to mix two universities from two different cities between Warsaw and Łódź. It's not so far away, but still it was a challenge. I was interested in photography. When I was a teenager, I was following some analog photography course. We were working in the darkroom. And then, so because of this knowledge that I have, this experience, I applied to lead workshops in Nairobi, in Kenya, photography workshops. And I went there for 3 months, 3 modules, each module 1 month. And during the last module, we didn't have equipment because all other groups book it, reserve it. So we didn't have equipment. We had, my group had only my camera. So I was thinking what we can do with group of children with one camera. And I'm from Łódź, so I know stop motion. I think I had this knowledge because of Łódź. I have been in Semaphore Museum, so I never had experience. I was never doing animation, stop motion animation before, but I knew that it exists and I knew how it is done. So I had this idea that with one camera we can make a stop motion movie, and we did it. It's called Kuku na Fox, and you can still see it on YouTube. I'm still very proud of it, and because it was really nice work and we have a great fun doing it. And when I came back to Poland, I was showing this movie to my friends, like, oh, look what a movie we did during workshop. And many of my friends were working in non-governmental organization, and they were saying like, okay, so you know how to do animation, so do animation for us. We need animation for campaign about this and that. So I started to do animation for them. At the beginning, very low quality, but I like it a lot. I was enjoying it really a lot. So I started to be more and more interesting. I was doing more and more these films, and then I have an idea to make my own movie, like studio movie. And I found the producers, and yeah, somehow it went further. Yes, in a way. Like, I mean, for example, these animations, the campaign movies that I was doing for non-governmental organization, like for sure studying economics helped me, because I also had to write a script and cover the topic, and very often the topics were like connected with economy. But also like my path, economical path, it's not very typical, because I was focused on microcredit, so like a little credit for poor people. The concept that was popularized by Muhammad Yunus and Grameen Bank, they even received Peace Nobel Prize for it. And I was making research about it, and I was measuring effectiveness of this microcredit, but not by changes in income, but changes in the life satisfaction and happiness. So my PhD in economics was a lot concerning topics like happiness, development, life satisfaction, what does it mean to progress in life. So that if we are growing and we are measuring it by production per capita, if it's the best way to measure progress, that if we produce more, it means that we are progressing as a society, as an economy. So I was focused on it. So for sure it's giving me some thoughts, some thoughts that I can then use in my life and also in animation. So yeah, but there is no like a strict connection that I was studying economics and some topic and then I'm making animation about it. No, like, yeah, I'm teaching still. Like I'm doing both things. I do animations, but like doing stop motion animation full time all the year, it would be too much for me because it's also very demanding tasks. And also I'm working with children, and this is the same story. I think like working all year full time with children would be too much. So I'm mixing these both worlds, and I'm giving a lot of workshops. And during holidays, summer holidays, I'm always working with children and teaching them animation, film. During the year, I'm also working in kind of an orphanage in Łódź. Every week I'm going there to have little classes, and we are watching animations, we are talking about animation, and then we are doing our project. Not only artistic projects, sometimes it's a gardening, but still, yeah, I work with children a lot and I really like it. I think I just really like Primanima, and being here as a guest is like just coming here in the role doesn't matter after all so much, you know, like I really like this place, I really like these people. Since 2016, I wasn't here only during COVID times, so I think I have a little bit of my roots here now, and it's like I don't have a role that I would like to have. It's just like being here is enough. Next year we'll start development, but stop motion, it takes a lot of time in general, and I'm not the fastest. Even in this context, I'm not the fastest. I remember because Martin Smatana is here as well this year, but we met in 2016 first time here. In 2016, I was already talking about crap, that I had this idea and I want to make this movie. And I think I have this idea even earlier. So from the idea to premiere of the movie, it took 10 years. So I think the next project will be faster, but I think next year, no chance, And I think even in 2 years, it will be still a challenge to provide something.